right, so what we're talking about is Roberta's 6-piece Vegetalis, that's the brand.
Yes, Vegetalis.
Vegetalis Tasty Trailing Patio Tomatoes. These prolific tomato plants.
Everybody knows a homegrown tomato is the best, right?
Right.
Until now, because Vegetalis has really stepped up the game. David, they went after a sweeter tomato first.
Okay.
It's got improved flavor. Then they went after the higher yields. These things are going to produce just as much as their cousins that grow 6 to 8 feet tall.
Wow.
But these only get 1 to 2 feet tall.
And they're designed and intended to be planted in containers.
Yes, in a pot.
Now take a look at some of our videotape here, because this helps you better understand. This is going to give you a huge yield.
And not only do you get a huge yield, David, but you get your tomatoes. When I send you the plants, when it's time to plant, you're going to get fruit in 30 to 40 days. Now, what's that mean? Most of them, if you look in the catalogs, 60 to 100 days. Look at that.
And I'll tell you,
hair drop.
So if we plant these in the spring when the zone map tells us it's safe to do so,
yes,
when will we begin to see fruit?
In 30 to 40 days. So if I ship you in April, you're going to have tomatoes in June. Everybody else is waiting until August.
Exactly. And you heard me say earlier, is a tomato a vegetable or a fruit? It is a fruit.
It is a fruit.
Exactly. Now, these are smaller tomatoes. Some folks might call these cherry tomatoes.
Yes.
Exactly. So I want that to be clear, because on the video or on the photographs, it's hard to understand whether or not those are full size and what we would think about it as a full size.
Right.
Or if these are cherry tomatoes. They are cherry tomatoes. Some people might call them grape tomatoes.
Snacking tomatoes, or saladette tomatoes.
Now, do you get all the varieties?
You do. You get the tumbling tiger that we saw. That's the one that's it's got the little stripes, kind of red and purple tomatoes. You're going to get the red profusion, juicy little 1-inch round, just sweet, sweet, sweet tomatoes. And then of course the pear drops. That was my mom's favorite. You know, Mom this wasn't available when she was around. She would have loved this because she loved tomatoes, but she's not going to get on her hands and knees when she was getting older and plant and weed and rototill and do all that stuff, you know? So now you don't have to with Vegetalis. What they did is it's the easiest you get. They took all the hard work out of it.
Now, here's the other good news. We've got every item on air and online until 2 p.m. Eastern Time on 4 easy payments or better.
Nice.
This is 4 payments of $7.49. Now, we will not ship these to you until it's safe to plant in your area. When we say safe to plant, we mean in terms of temperature outside.
Yes.
So you know you can feel very comfortable and confident. There is a growing guide that comes with this.
Sure, yeah. We give everybody gets the growing guide. Comes with complete growing instructions, pictures, and there's also a warranty on the back.
Now, you promised better flavor, so I'm ready to dive in and take a little taste here. Because remember, the 3 things that you're should be excited about with these is flavor, enhanced flavor, the yield, which we're excited about, and the compact size.
Right off the plant.
I know, right off the plant, right?
Does it get any better than that? Now, of course, you can make your salads, your pasta salads, but right off the plant.
These are amazing.
You go out to pick these sometimes. I eat half of them before I get back to the house.
Well, you know what? I love to take my grill pan that I have from Cook's Essentials and pop these into there with some other fresh vegetables, grill them on the top of the grill until they blister.
Yes.
And then serve that with fresh basil and then a balsamic glaze and some fresh mozzarella cheese. I mean, there are just so many ways to be able to do this and enjoy them. Make beautiful, gorgeous summer meals and be able to do it right from your own tomato plants. Now, if you live in an apartment or a condo, or you live in a small space where you don't have any room or not allowed to garden, there's no worry. These are designed and were inspired by plants that were very common in England, in London.
In London, where there's no space.
When there's no space, so they had to depend on container pots.
Look at this. Put it in a hanging basket. You don't have to bend down to get your fruit.
That's awesome.
It's right here. Just pick it up.
That's crazy.
No weeding.
Hey, you know what? You can keep a good thing coming.
Yes.
There's auto delivery.
Right.
So 2 total shipments. If you buy this today, you'll get your first shipment in the spring of 2017, and then you'll get the same shipment 1 year from now in the spring of 2018.
Lock that price in.
And you lock in the price and also the easy pay if you choose it today. So don't miss out on these. There is a growing guide, as I mentioned, and Eric and his brothers, and now nephews, write all these growing guides, and they're unique and specific to the plant that you're ordering. So you can feel very comfortable and confident. Now, these do not come back next year, which is why we offer the auto delivery.
Yes. Your tomatoes are annuals. So again, these plants, they're going to come to you like this, David. when your zone opens up, you're gonna get fruit, listen to me, 30 to 40 days. That's crazy. Any other tomato is gonna tell you 60 to 100. Now, they don't get big like the big ones you put in the cages.
Right.
They just stay small. This is as big as this is gonna get.
Now, I noticed that you staked these.
Yes,
is that a good idea in the
you
container?
Know, they produce so much fruit, there's so much weight, I put a stake in them. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a smart idea. You know, I think about my mom, who loves nothing better in the summertime than a fresh tomato.
Yeah.
Her dad, my granddad, used to call it a mater sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd come in and he would say to his wife, Susan, he'd say, "Mother, do you have fresh tomatoes?" And they'd make mater sandwiches with white bread and mayonnaise.
And mayonnaise, yeah.
So this is what it's all about. And my mom, who lives in a 55 and older community now, she has a small cottage, doesn't really have a yard where she can garden, but she has a patio where she has container pots. I could see Mom planting these and enjoying those tomatoes all summer long.
They don't stop producing.
And that's what's great about them. And she can make stir fries with these and sandwiches out of these and be able to make great salads with these. That's why so many of you are going to love this buy. You're going to love the free shipping and handling and the 4 easy payments on your credit card. These, when you plant them in the spring, will bear fruit, you say, by June?
Yes, in 30 to 40 days, not 60 to 100.
And then
they
last all the way through.
They go all the way to the frost.
Wow.
You just get loads and loads of them, and you get 2 each of each variety. So you're getting 6 plants. I'm only showing 3 here.
Exactly. So you get 2 of the plants that yield. We'll come back and show you these
pear
bowls.
drops.
Yeah, so 2 plants that will yield these yellow ones, which are the pear drops, you
Yes,
say? And then 2 plants that will yield the classic red.
Red profusion.
And then 2 plants that will yield this
The tumbling tiger.
tumbling tiger.
Yes, they
so those
tumble.
are what you might call an heirloom type tomato. When you cut into it, you see the different colors of the flesh and
Yes,
whatnot.
they're stripes and they're juicy and they're sweet. Remember, I talked to the breeders and they said, Eric, the first thing we cared about was flavor. Who cares how many tomatoes you get if they don't taste good, right?
Well,
try that one.
Okay, absolutely. And let me tell you, this is the final quantity that we have for the season. Now, we're going to continue to offer our gardening programs through Roberta's and the other brands that we have on QVC for the weeks and weeks to come. But if we sell out of this soon, that's going to be all we have for the entire season, which is why you want to be on the line for this right now.
Don't wait.
And don't wait. I need to also mention that if you want to lock in that auto delivery, now's the time to do that, and you'll get the same shipment a year from now, same assortment of tomatoes, and you can lock in today's price as well as today's Easy Pay. How many are gone now? Great day in the morning. 1,200 are gone. We have several hundred people on the phone lines, and everybody's excited about delicious container pot tomatoes. Good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you, David.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Hey, stay on the line for these. They're very, very popular. Oh, and